Hi, Vanessa. Welcome.
Hi, Steph. It's lovely to see you today. Lovely to be here.
Well, I am so excited that you are my guest today. I'm really curious about your journey, so I'm really excited to have the chance to ask you some questions.
Fantastic. Shoot.
All right. So first and foremost, who is Vanessa Parker? Who are you?
Wow. I ask this question every day. And every day, sometimes I get a different answer. But who am I? A loving, compassionate, um, interested, fun soul, I would say.
Well, from the little bit of interaction that I've had the opportunity to have with you, I would have used those words as well. So I think you just did a great job of describing yourself.
Thank you. They're just the feelings that I love
Mm,
to vibrate on. Makes me feel really good, and when I
yeah,
feel good, I feel that things are happening for me.
absolutely. Absolutely. What a great vibration. That's why your energy is very attractive. And so it makes perfect sense that that's what you're doing is you're vibrating in a really feel good state of being.
It
That's
is actually, Steph, I've really tried to make that a very clear intent
mhm,
because I love the universe, I
mhm.
love our planet, and I feel that I have a contract to fill for this beautiful planet. And the thing that I can do, I can't control a lot of what is going on around me, and I wouldn't even want to control it, just be of it. But I can make sure that I'm directing and using my energy as best I can to help myself and others. So I feel that if I make that commitment to raise my vibration and frequency, then I'm offering something to help, and I'm serving my beautiful planet and
Absolutely.
universe.
Absolutely. As I understand it, love is the highest gravitational pull. And so if you're standing in that space of love, which is those feelings, those emotions that you just described would be right up there with love. And then it's like you send a ripple out in the pond, and that ripple, you don't know who it's going to touch or when it's going to touch them, but you have sent that ripple out, which is a gift.
Absolutely. And I've always loved Louise Hay's saying, heal the world by healing one person at a time.
Yeah.
So if we could all take that responsibility of having that journey of diving deep into ourselves and finding out who we really are, what we have to offer, what makes us happy, and when we're happy, it vibrates out to the rest of the world. And like you said, it ripples out to other people. Other
Yes.
people feel the touch and they love it. And I love making other people feel good. So I want to ripple as much as I can.
I love it. I love it. That's beautiful. Well, so I know that you are on this path in the EFT tapping world. How did that happen for you? How did that come to be in your life?
Well, actually, Steph, that's a very deep question for me. Um, I love being happy. I love enjoying my life, just like we just spoke about. But there's been times in my life when that just hasn't happened for me. I've had some uh, really hard times, just like mostly everybody out here is probably hearing me. We've all gone through times that are challenging, and sometimes we get sucked down into a vortex and just can't find our way back up. We feel it paralyzed.
Yes.
So I was feeling very much like that. Life was really starting to pile on for me. And I just lost my way. I really lost my way, and I was feeling that, wow, I would just like everything to stop. You know, this is just too much.
Mm-hmm.
And in miraculous ways, as the universe seems to happen for us, I actually just clicked on the EFT information,
Mm-hmm.
and I started learning about the EFT, and I tried it, and it actually, the results I was getting was just really showing me that, wow, this is changing your life. And in so many ways, it, like that ripple effect that you were just speaking of, it
Mm-hmm.
started rippling out, and it still is. And I think I'll, you know, just like all of us, we're always on a journey,
Mm-hmm.
and the EFT is rippling out into so many other areas of my life, in how
Wonderful.
I handle things, how
Uh-huh.
I think about things. So
Yes.
it's been an amazing tool to find,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really excited about you know, continuing for that journey for myself, and also helping others, because I can see how effective it is.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate that. And it is a journey, and we have contrast along the way. And that contrast, in my belief, is what catapults us to the next thing that's going to help us to grow.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what are your goals with the EFT? What would you like to be doing with the EFT in your future? What are you envisioning?
Well, Steph, I'm actually a yoga teacher. I've been a yoga teacher since 1993,
Wow.
and I love the yoga because I have classes, and I have people coming into the class, and you just see a transformation by the time that they're everyone is so busy these days. It's just busy, 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 that they don't have time for themselves. So when I see people coming into the class, they're usually coming in to find some sort of reconnection.
Yeah.
And I try to help my clients or my students to reconnect with themselves, reconnect with the universe, and
Mm-hmm.
give a little bit of time for themselves. Because as we discussed before, if we don't give ourselves that time, we can't offer anything, because we become dysfunctional.
Right.
It's so important to do those things to keep us healthy and nourished. So I've been doing the yoga for a while now, and loving it. So I love helping people. That I'm so passionate about the energy body, and I believe that we are all total packages. So it's not just, when we're looking at healing, it's not just looking at one thing, but our mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional beings. So once we combine it all and look at it as a holistic package, we can actually get to the core of the problem. And I'm a great believer that unless we actually get to that core of the problem, it's not going to go away. It's just going to keep coming back,
Mm-hmm.
and until we actually deal with it and move it on. Like one of our fellow colleagues the other day said, I loved it, I think it was Diane, and she said that the addiction or the
Mm-hmm.
problem is actually the solution, which I love,
Yeah.
because all these things that come up are here so that we can grow. And
Mm-hmm.
when I found the EFT, I found that it's another amazing tool that just makes the yoga even more fantastic, and the transformation even more fantastic, and gathering all these fantastic tools, and mainly self-help, the self-help tools, because I really believe that we've gone so far away from actually helping ourselves. And I love helping people to take that responsibility back for themselves. And like you said before, bringing that power back into themselves, and being able to make choices, good
Yes.
choices for themselves.
Yes. Yes. I heard somebody the other day say this in a way I had never heard it, and I just resonated with it, which is that our beliefs are actually our decisions. So when we have limited beliefs, we're making very limited choices, right? Our decisions are usually pretty incoherent. We have a difficult time making decisions, and then we're feeling like we're pretty limited when when we're having a hard time.
And it's all about choices, isn't it? It's amazing how, especially in today, that this is really coming out, that now we have a choice. We actually have a choice. Whereas when I was younger and growing up, things were actually more formatted. The world seems to have opened up a lot in the time that I've been here on the earth. And I think that the importance of people knowing now that they do have those choices. So
Yeah.
when we become responsible for ourselves and aware, it's all about making good choices.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said at the very beginning, you're very intentional with your choice of how you feel, your choice of thoughts that affect your feeling, and then how beautiful you can bring that into your teaching with yoga, and you can help to influence people that are there looking for help. So that's wonderful, Vanessa.
That's right. And what we were talking about before, it all just comes back to that self-love, doesn't it? It's really when you're loving yourself, then you're most likely going to make those good choices. So the base, the bottom thing, that real heart chakra booming out through the rest of the body, is loving the self, helps us to make the best choices possible for us. And then usually the best choices for us vibrate, like you said, out to benefit others.
Yes, I love that, Vanessa. So it's like the knowledge, you're describing a knowing that when you first give the attention to yourself and take care of yourself, you then can be a caretaker of those who are looking to you for guidance with a very knowledgeable, approach. So that's wonderful.
Thank you, Steph. It's really
Yeah.
exciting stuff. And I know you're in the field too, so you can understand how I know you share the passion, like I do, for helping
Yeah.
others and
Yeah. And I can.
helping ourselves first.
Mm-hmm. And I see the passion. So it sounds like you're ready to launch. Is that right? You're ready to bring the tapping into your yoga studio. Is that right?
Absolutely. So
Wonderful.
I'm really excited about combining the
Yeah.
yoga and the tapping more together, because
Yes.
actually for years, every yoga class that I do, I always start with a joint release and pummeling. So I've actually been taught to, we do a whole body sequence, three rounds
Uh-huh.
of tapping, pummeling. So it's similar, but you use the fist
Uh-huh.
like this, yeah. And it's pummeling
Yeah.
down the actual whole body
Right.
meridians in a couple of different sequences. So
Nice.
um, I've been doing the tapping without realizing
Mhm.
how fantastic the intent of mixing the tapping
Mhm.
with directional thought, how amazing the results are. And really, to me, I just feel like it's the missing link, because how can we heal if we don't heal our emotions, which are at the core of the problem? So if we don't have this knowledge, we're set up for failure. We're not set up for success. But with the EFT, it is something that is we're all remembering. It's coming back to us because we know that it's ancient. We know that it's something that's been around forever, and it is the healing tool to really get in and remove what's causing the problem so that we can flourish. And Steph, can I just share? I've got this lovely saying that I learned from my yoga that I absolutely love.
I'd love to hear it.
It is, there came a time that the risk of remaining closed in a tight bud was more than blossoming. So to me, that speaks volumes.
Yeah,
and I'm sure it does to a lot of our listeners.
Yeah, I get goosebumps on that. That's a really good visual. Yeah. Yeah, about the contraction or the expansion, and, the two states of being when we're one or the other. Yeah. Yeah. And then we've got those beautiful emotions that are our indicator, letting us know which state of being we're in. Yeah. And then
That's
tapping.
right. And when we start removing those things, those blockages, those limitations, we start to become who we really are.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the most important things that I feel is to be your authentic self and to feel the freedom of being your authentic self and allowing that to shine and blossom. That is such wonderful health and nourishing.
It's a gift, and I can tell that you are going to be bringing that gift to help others come from that contracted state into that blossoming state as you get to bring that into your yoga studio. So all of those people that are attending your classes are in for a real transformation with what you're going to be bringing to them.
Yes, I'm so excited, Steph, because I feel that I've just got another layer to add now, because it's lovely to connect and be healing with the yoga, but actually getting in with the tapping and starting to shift those programs that are keeping us back, and those patterns that are keeping us back. It's the perfect complementary combination.
Yeah.
Because as we do yoga, we're putting ourselves in those postures that are allowing our energy body to rebalance and go to certain areas to heal. And the tapping is the emotional component. And as we all know, well, as we're all learning and starting to realize, is that emotions are affecting every part of our life, and they have such a big role, and quite often they are just disregarded. So it's really fun and exciting to be able to be on this rediscovering journey to help others to get their power back and get the tools that they need to make good choices and have healthy, happy lives.
Yes, which is exactly where you started. That is the life you're choosing very intentionally. And so you are like a ray of sunshine that can bring that into your yoga studio, and you can add that so that there is much more of a holistic process that's going on. Because I think that we've really, like you said, we've really ignored that emotion, that piece that's the emotions, the emotional health. We always talk about mental health, but the emotional health is really the key. And so you've got the tool now to help others.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, that sounds
I'm
very
so excited.
Yeah. If you didn't live on the other side of the world, I would love to come to your yoga class.
Oh, definitely. We'll have to do an online one, Steph.
Okay. All right.
Or a retreat. Woohoo! Yes. I can hear a retreat coming on.
Retreat sounds amazing. Yeah. Yeah. We just have to figure where in the world, right? Yeah.
Yes. All that
Well,
beautiful modalities, and imagine the amazing food we could make.
yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Vanessa. It has been such a pleasure having the chance to, hear all about you and to kind of travel into your future with you with that vision that you're holding. And I can
Thank
just,
you, Steph.
I feel the excitement and the passion and the purpose. So I wish you the very, very best. And I look forward to getting feedback from you and hearing how it's all going.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Steph. It's just wonderful. It's wonderful to connect with you. And as always, it's so amazing to talk about the things that you love and that you're passionate about. But
Yes.
thank you so much for having me today. I've really
Thank,
enjoyed my time, and
thank you,
we'll
Vanessa.
keep posted.
Yes, it has been a real treat getting to interview you. Thank you so much. And you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, and you too. Namaste.
Namaste. Bye, Vanessa.
We'll talk again soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.